Hey yo, this is Pokio Design Pro. Welcome to this episode of Archicad. Yeah, in this episode, I will want to introduce to you something spicy. Yeah, something really nice. Yeah, this is a boys' quarter. Yeah, but I wanted to show you how you can model or how you can customize your columns and they come out very nice. Yeah, for instance, when you look at this column, you may think I used a lot of tools to come up with this or to basically achieve this single column. Yeah, one could have used a combination of the morph tool, the slab tool, the wall tool to achieve something like this. Yeah, but with me here, I have a very quick, simple method how you can achieve this in less than 2 minutes. So for this, when you click on it, you realize it's just a single column. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how you can model this so that you don't have to waste a lot of time doing these simple designs. Yeah, but before we do that, please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more tutorials. And also, if you like my videos, please don't forget to give them a thumbs up by giving them a like. And also, I like reading your comments. They help me push the channel as well. Plus, turning on your notifications for the daily updates. Yeah, let us dive into the design right now. Oh yeah, so let us start right away. Yeah, this is for the boys. This is a boys' quarter. It has 2 rooms, an outside kitchen. For our columns, we are going to have them right here at this outside kitchen. Yeah, so to start with, I need to know the height of our beam. So let me go back to our floor plan. I'll simply come here. Then let me have an elevation. I'll come under viewpoints. I click on the elevation. Let me have my elevation somewhere here. Click on it, right click, open with current view settings. Yeah, I need to measure off the height. So I can simply click on M, that is for measure, and I'll get to know the height. It is 2.5. So I'll come to the column tool. The column tool is under design. I'll simply come, double click on it, then to open the settings. I would want it to be a square column of 300. So I can simply come change this to 300. Then we need to add segments to this column. We are going to add 6 segments. The first 2 for the copy, then the column itself, and also the next 2 for the copy. Then we shall finish with the base. So how do we add the segments? I'll come to this second option for multi. So I'll click on it. Now I'll simply come here, add 1. Already have 1, that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can see it appears right here in the review. So when you remove a segment, it also gets off. When you add, it adds itself, as you can see. So I'll come back to the first segment. It has selected itself. This is the first segment. So this is the width or the diameter. So for this one, we are going to give it 500. Then we activate this, and that is 500. Then for the height, you can play around with the percentage or fixed height. So you are going to click or activate this fixed height. When you click on it, you are going to change its height. I want it to be 50. As you can see, that is the first copy. It is at 50. Then you can change the material from here. Let me leave this glossy white. So I'll go to the next copy, which is this second one. I'll simply click on it. For this one, let it be 450. Then I'm going to change also the height. It will be 50. That is okay. Then the third segment, that is our column that we have. For that one, I can first leave it. I'll go to this fourth one, then I'm going to change also the width. I'm going to give it 500. I'll activate both sides, then I'll change the height to 50 as well. Then now I'll need also to go to the next coping, which is this one. I'm going to give it still 450. I'll activate this. I'll change also the height. Let me change this to 50 as well. Then the last one, this is our base. So I'll simply click on that. I'm going to leave this to be, let me change this to 400. The base to be a little bit thicker. I'll give this 400. Activate this. I change this to, let me change this to 500. So that means the remaining one is for the column. Yeah, I don't need to change that column. So I'll simply come, say OK. So when I say OK, for instance, let me have it here. And I check this in 3D. You can see we have this customized column. I'll need to move it a little bit down. Let me go to the elevations. I click on it, Control D. I'll simply move it up somewhere there. Yeah, but then if you're to check closely, our last copy, the topmost copy, is not being seen. Why? Because our column is 2.550, but remember, we measured 2500. So I'll simply change that so that we can be able to see our full column. So for this column, you can do a lot on it. For instance, let us try to change some material. Control T for the settings. For this base of ours, I'm going to give it stone. I'll come simply click on this stone. Now let me give it stone work 2, both sides. I say OK. Yeah, so you realize you can customize your columns whereby you didn't have to do walls. For instance, someone could have used a slab for this copy. Also, this a slab. Maybe this a wall, a column itself, a slab, then wall. But for this, you can use this and also use it somewhere else. Let me first position it very well. Come back to the floor plan. And I'm going to move this, Control D. I'll move it up somewhere here. Then Control D. I move this up to there. And I check in 3D. Or I can move it to the extreme edge. I'll simply come to the floor plan. Click on it. Control D. Let me move it up right here. Yeah, I can spice up this column by adding some grooves on it. So that calls for complex profile. Yeah, that is the second option I talked about, that we shall combine this. So I'll simply click on this, Control T for the settings. So we are going to create our grooves on this segment. So for that, we are going to activate this complex profile option. So when I click on that, under custom, these are the profiles that we have. But since we want to create our new profile, can first go with that. I'll come, let me first close this. I'll come to options, complex profile, profile manager. Now I'm going to create a new profile. I'm going to name this as my complex column. And I'll say OK. Deactivate this, make sure it is in column. I'll come, delete this, and I'm going to come under documents. Remember, when we are doing complex profiles, we use the fill tool. So I'll simply come click on this. I'll have my 300 by 300. So I just can move this somewhere there. Then next I need to create the pattern for those grooves. Let me first use the line tool. I use this second option. I'll give this 10, tab for the angle, 0, enter. Then I'll give this 50, tab for the angle, 90. Then come close this up somewhere there. Then next I'll need to spread this. I'll simply come highlight my lines. And I'll Ctrl U. I'm going to spread this. By spacing, I'm going to give it 75. I remember the one we have is 50, but I'll need to have that grooved space of 25. So I'll say okay. I'll come move that. Then let me make this a fill. So I'll simply come with the fill tool. Can still go with brick. I click on that space key on the keyboard. That is our magic key. I'll make this a fill, this a fill, this as fill as well. So after having all this, I'll simply come highlight these fields, hold on to shift, then I can mirror copy, Ctrl Shift M. I'll mirror this side, Ctrl D, I move it right here. Ctrl Shift E, that is for rotating. Ctrl D, move this by 25. Let me move this by 10 so that is in the mid at least. Then even these fields will have to move a little bit down so that we have something uniform. Ctrl D, can move this by 10. For these lines, they will go off. Now let me first select all the lines, Ctrl A, delete them. And I'll need to mirror this as well. Highlight that, Ctrl Shift M, Ctrl D, I move it down. Then I'll need to select all of this. I'll simply come, select all of it. I'm going to override the surface. I change the material. It was glossy white. Paint glossy white. I'll have it at that. So I'm going to save it. Yeah, I hope it's already saved. I can first go with this. I'll come back here, click on my column, Ctrl T for the settings. I need to go to this segment. I move up. This is the segment that we are going to change. So I'll come here under complex profile. Then I'm going to scroll down. I look for complex column. It is this one that we created. So I'll simply click on it. Yep, but it has moved outside. So when you say okay, I realize it has worked, but again, it has moved a little bit. So how do we rectify this? I'll go to options, complex profile, profile manager. Then I'm going to look for the complex column. I'm going to edit it. So that means I'll need to change the position of this fill or this segment in the middle of this star. Now let me first use the line tool. This is the middle. Let me first go back a little bit. It's supposed to be 150. I think so. Then even this should be 150. 150. Okay. So I'll highlight the fields. Then I'll unselect the lines. I'll hold on to shift. I unselect that. Then Ctrl D for dragging. I'm going to drag my fill right there. Then let me try to save this and see. come back to 3D. Yep, this is exactly what we wanted to achieve. Yeah, so this is how you can customize a column, and you can use it anywhere else. For instance, I'll just need to come click on this column again, Ctrl Shift D. I'll simply come drag it to this edge. So when you check in 3D, close up this. When you check in 3D, we have our columns well designed. Yeah, this is really looking nice. Yeah, so basically that is how you can create or customize your column to any design that you want, so that you don't have to do a lot of work to achieve this. For instance, you would have used maybe a slab, then this could have been walls. So that is a lot of work. But with this, you can achieve this within 3 minutes. Yeah, so thank you for watching this episode, and let me hope you learned something. Yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more tutorials, and at the same time to turn on your notifications for the daily updates. Thank you. Stay blessed.